What is up, guys? It is Storm here. So this is the end of part 3 of the tour of Skaro from 2017. Hope you guys enjoy. I'd like to thank Auvidence for helping me out with this series. And yeah, this episode's about exploring the outside of Skaro City, different biomes, different locations, and a bunch of fun little historic facts sprinkled in. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. For this OC, one of my first screenshots was around here somewhere
Yeah,
for
this
this.
area. Yeah, since there was a little grass patches that
Yeah.
still kind of work.
Well,
I
that's
use that
interesting as well.
tentatively.
So this is before they had the grass feature in Roblox, like with the terrain.
Yeah, this was before terrain grass.
Same with the this is before mesh back then mesh imports were quite rare. So a lot of these like
Yeah,
trees and stuff, well you'll
were pulled off
see,
the toolbox.
yeah, well yeah, but you'll see like a lot of it was like part based. That's one thing we need to disclose actually. So some things, because of how old this game is, it's very hard to kind of pinpoint where all these models come from. Some of these models don't exist anymore, some of them do. But yeah, this was very much a hybrid game of kind of like, I guess it was back then the dev process. I think the dev process has changed a lot because a lot of people have developed more 3D skills. I think 3D modeling has become a lot more popular now. But back then you could use the toolbox and you could modify these models, and that's what some of these assets are. So.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love
so,
the petrified forest kind of style.
and of course, this isn't even the actual petrified forest. The petrified forest didn't actually really exist on Skaro until after the fall event. And if you recall, the fall event had the flame trooper Dalek, or the
Yeah, I
flamethrower
recall.
Dalek. And after the flamethrower Dalek was added, because I actually added a fall, uh, a sort of autumn season forest on Skaro.
Yeah, I recall that.
And
And
then after that event happened, I turned that forest into the petrified forest, had it burned down by the flamethrower Daleks, and then suddenly that event was part of the lore of Skaro.
nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I'll just state
And
quickly, these are the models I had to resize. So we had to
yeah,
resize these. They're actually much thinner, but we had union issues. It's not corruption, but it was just union resizes. A
yeah, for
lot of
some
units got
reason, a
resized.
lot of the unions that the Overseer made don't like working in this version.
I think he might have used a plugin. That's what my theory is. I think he might have
Don't
used a
go in the.
plugin. Oh, did you die? Did you?
Yeah, there's a hole that kind of drops down into nothing. And then there's a kill box at the end.
This is becoming a theme. The amount of tunnel networks. I just wait for Auvidence to turn up and let you TP. Oh, you put the fancy one on.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, so later on, there was more like building stuff added to these rooms, but
Oh, I've lost you already.
not at the moment.
You just like kind of like you just became the shadows. You just kind of blended.
And it's nice that even from here, you can see the mountains like on just kind of
Yeah.
hanging over there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's awesome.
Or you could see the city towers.
Do these oh my God. I forget. These do the Lake of Mutations, the oceans and stuff did a lot of
Yeah, the
damage.
acidic sea or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is the Sea of Rust, and then further down is the Lake of Mutations. Oh, sorry, I was right over the edge. Try again. Sorry, I just did to
Yeah.
you what you did in, what you did to me earlier.
I'm changing my morph like every time I.
That's fine. I'm sticking with OG OC Storm, the OG OC.
Yeah. I didn't really have a morph that I really liked until like way later when I actually made like a pretty good one. So I don't have like a favorite morph, unfortunately.
Uh, yeah, I gotta say this is my favorite.
But you can see we have lots of terrain to follow, and of course this is
Yeah,
just one of a couple paths that leads to the hostile spawn.
but
As you can see, we have more
this
forestry stuff.
Yeah, of course. This kind of inspired like the different kind of biomes idea and different areas of Skaro. Like eventually this did kind of develop into multiple areas. I remember in the 2018 version we had that small swampy area with the hand
Yeah,
mines. And
I
then
remember
here we had,
developing like a lot of that.
yeah, this petrified forest and then the autumn forest. And I remember like that's something that's still kind of like happened with the new game as well. And I think what's quite nice is you can kind of with this video or these parters, I should say, you can kind of see when you rewatch them. One thing I'd recommend is people rewatch this after we show the newer game as well, because you'll see where all the inspiration comes from, and it's something I really love the appreciation for. Like when we do deving, a lot of people don't really get that insight of the level of kind of reference and appreciation we have towards the models we make.
And careful with the barbed wire. We're entering hostile territory.
Yes, the infamous hostile spawn.
Which there was two different ways to get out of hostile spawn. Of
Yeah,
course, everything here is just free models, including
small
this
little
bridge.
trench. This is just a plank. Wait, you just got a plank from toolbox from the toolbox.
Maybe. I
Fair enough. I can't fault you.
yeah, I didn't put like much thought into this, and neither did the overseer.
I love this tent. This tent's awesome. And I think it's from the toolbox, but I love how like
Yeah, it's a toolbox tent.
yeah, it's still really
And
awesome.
then
Wait, this
we
sets you
have
on fire, doesn't it? I
yeah, it
remember,
does.
I remember this. So many. Oh, here we are. I'm doing a campfire story right now. So many Daleks died to this campfire. So many. I remember the old rebellion days. The cinematic shot. All right. This is probably going to do where I do. If like, imagine if I did like a small the Dalek Empire
Yeah, Dalek
stories,
story
camp
times.
campfire stories.
Yeah, we
Just
just
chilling at a
have to turn
campfire.
off the day-night cycle so we could have it permanently night.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it kind of looks like nicer. I actually might make a nice. I'd look really weird for a thumbnail. Be like, we destroyed TDE, and then just like the fire. You'll see in the video what I'm on about, but it looks very sinister. The moment I step on it, I'll burn. So I'd rather not run around and be like, ah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there was this pathway. I think this was another way to the city.
I think this was the Lake of Mutations now, isn't it?
This was before the Lake of Mutations.
Oh, right, but this is where the Lake of Mutations would have been.
This is where it would have been.
Yeah. And
But once we
also,
get here, you'll see it's like a large open space.
oh wow. Yeah, and also Daleks do not swim. Just a heads up to everyone. Daleks do
Yeah,
not
Daleks do
swim.
not swim. Because if you
It's
recall,
the
there
one
used to be
weakness.
like more pathways that wrapped around
Yeah.
the map. That's the petrified forest,
Oh wow. Yeah.
or at least one of them. This petrified forest was not in the same area that the autumn event took place, so I'm not sure why I did a picture over here with the flame Dalek that I stuck on Instagram way
Oh
long ago.
nice.
You might have seen the image. I'm not sure. I'm
I
pretty sure the
think
model's still here.
so. I think I recall it. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, you can see the Dalek there.
Whereabouts? Oh, wait. Oh, I see it. Yeah, further down. I love the Petrified Forest. The concept of it is just awesome. And there's the Pyro Dalek. And this, as you were saying, this is part of the lore, isn't it? That they
Yeah.
burnt in this
So
place.
Daleks were developing new technology to kill stuff.
Yes, we hate trees.
it, if we
Hashtag
like
Team Pyro.
these,
Hashtag
the only
burn it all.
reason, yeah, the only reason for the petrified forest or these burnt trees is just, oh, it was in the show, so copy it there. But really, realistically, it would have been a case of, oh, Daleks don't want, the Thals to have stuff to work with.
Yeah,
So
well,
get rid of any like the decent trees.
I remember in the classic, wasn't it? They created a neutron device that, destroyed the surrounding area. I'm trying not
Yeah,
to
the
use the word.
neutron bomb.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, and it just kind of made everything kind of this weird. It was like kind of petrified, but also like, wasn't it like you touch it and it would kind of turn to was it like turn to ash or something? Not ash, but it would kind of like crumble in your hands when you touch the forest, which is a
Yeah,
shame
here's
we
the
can't.
actual fall event forest. This is where the fall event code was.
Oh, awesome.
So I think yeah, here it is. There's a code here. Uh, you could actually see some remnant fall leaves over here.
Yeah, I see it.
So
Nice.
that's not supposed to be there. Oh, and you can see a tower in the distance. That's neat.
Oh, this is so cool.
So this wasn't like actually supposed to be for anything. This is just more like terrain. Some of the terrain was just, generated terrain, not like
Yeah.
constructed or anything like that.
Oh wait, is this a ship? I've just realized, is this the ship?
Yeah, this is where the ship was.
For context, I said ship there. Do not take my words out of context. Right. I do mumble and I do kind of mess my words up now and then, but ooh, the ship. The little saucer.
Yeah,
This reminds me of
this
like
was.
there's a famous, I can't remember if it was a moon photo or a Mars photo, and I think it was fake, but it was like this saucer that was embedded in a crater, and it kind of reminds me of that.
Oh,
Like a kind of small, it kind of reminds me of Attack on Mars if you've ever watched it, with like the small little aliens that just kind of went around. Um, yeah, but that's nice. I can't believe, wait, so this was the first saucer of TDE then?
yeah. This was intended to be like a precursor to eventually when Daleks developed space technology, and then we would have had the space station and
Yeah.
an actual Navy division, so on and so forth.
And
But
this
it
would have
never took
linked,
off.
would this have linked to like the hangar down here? Like this is all kind of like shaped out. I assumed this is where the
Yeah, this
hangar
would
would
have
be.
been like more Navy stuff.
Of course. So this pretty much where the Navy HQ would have been, if you think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. This is before. So for context viewers, this is where my old science lab was, but on this version it didn't exist back then. But essentially this little building got changed, and you'd walk into this pathway and you'd be teleported to a city. But this tower stayed the same. I think this tower's always been in that position,
yeah.
even in
This
the old
tower
one.
hasn't moved.
And then in the 2018 one, we had like a massive ramp up here, which I didn't mind, but I wasn't like I preferred how like with the height depth, it kind of made it more menacing.
Oh wow, this actually
Oh, is this the
connects to that
secret?
little.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no, no. Spoilers, guys. Spoilers. Yes, this is what the old lab would have looked like, and I think I know where this leads. Does this lead to the thing I think it is?
there wasn't actually anything at this point.
Oh,
Are you inside?
no, I thought you were on about the code. I thought the code was in here. I think that was a different area. Is this a lift? Oh my God.
Yeah, it was another one of the free models that I tried using. I don't think this one works though.
Oh, I'll let you go first. You can
No, it doesn't
you can
work.
test it. No. Oh no, it's happening again. No. We're losing another Dalek to the elevators. I think it's one of the first variations of them.
Yeah, this
Or
is the one
TDE.
that I made.
I will say,
I did.
when we say first for something, it's regarding TDE, not the community. Because the community was from 2011 to 2012. I don't know much about it. So I'm kind of, when I say first, it's about the TDE technology side of things. But I think
Give
this
it
was
a.
one of the first versions. Does this still work?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God, whoa. Oh wow. Are you able to get like different heights or is it just,
No, it's
all
stuck at
right.
that height. It's based on. Well, it uses the script from a Republic speeder,
Yeah, I was about to say it. It kind of reminds me of a speeder. This might be
and
nice
as you
for a
can see,
boat system though. This would be nice for like a water boat system. Does this elevate over? Oh, yeah, well, it does. Wow.
yeah, it doesn't lose any height.
This actually looks quite good. There you go. Look, if anyone wants to take a nice little screenshot of me over the hoverbout, recreating the Daleks animation scene where it goes to the Sentinel. I don't want to
And
fall.
so
If I fall now, I'm gonna drown.
you'll notice that the plunger doesn't actually reach the little control module.
Yeah, I see it.
And that's because this is made for actually a Dalek morph that I built from scratch.
Whoa.
It doesn't look particularly good, but it actually fit with that model.
Wow. Is that the one you showed in the last episode, or was that like a different version?
This was a version before this Skaro terrain existed. We got this mesh model that we're currently using. We had
Right.
two different versions of the Dalek morph. We had the free model that the Overseer brought along, and we had the model that I custom made. Now, the one that the Overseer brought along was, significantly more accurate, but I liked mine better
Yeah.
because it was mine. But
Yeah, the personal
eventually we
bias
got,
we all
yeah, we
have.
eventually got these models. So it's like, oh, we don't need either anymore.
Yeah. So menacing with the fog. Like you can kind of like
Yeah, it feels like classic Ho.
Yeah, it does. That's what I was about to say. It feels like you're in an episode.
Yeah, that was probably one of like the sticking points of old Skaro.
Definitely. Yeah, I would say definitely.
Of course, most people haven't played this version of the game.
No, they haven't. But I'm happy that they're able to view it through, through this lens. And it's nice that we're explaining it. Like it's nice that the two people that know the history, you know. And there's so many other games in the genre. I think the Dalek Roblox community, in regards to all the kind of games we've created, I do think like that a lot of them had a very unique experience to them. Even the Splinter groups that ended up getting like the 2018 version of our map, even they like tried to kind of do their own thing. So I do think there's like, a form of originality and artistic expression within this kind of community.
So this was going to be something. You could see it's cleared out. There's a huge tunnel here which leads to nowhere.
Yeah, there definitely was leading. Yeah, you can kind of see. Maybe it was like, was it supposed to be an outdoor kind of mining area?
I don't think I had any plans for this yet. I
I, c-
just wanted to have
I
something to
could
work with.
imagine, it would be like an industrial city, or like not city, but like an industrial district over here, where they'd
Yeah.
make the, I guess where they'd make the, the different types of Dalekaniums and weapons and all sorts.
So I
Where
guess
are you
what's
now?
next? I'm back at the city entrance.
Ah, yes, nice,
So we could probably go through this tunnel now and see where it leads.
awesome. And instantly he is disappearing.
So, oh yeah,
He
here's
is.
some of the bubbles. I remember the Overseer
Oh,
added
wait, wait,
these.
wait. Is your Easter egg here, or is it in the later version? Wait.
It's further
Oh,
along.
okay. All right. I'm getting ahead of myself. But here we go. This kind of like detailing as well, like an old destroyed Dalek.
Oh, and if you fly back over here, I'm pretty sure the Overseer added this as well. Because
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
seen this movie, so I wouldn't have made the reference.
I think this is the thing I'm thinking of. Is it the I'll come to you. I'll come over. Yeah, it is. Nice. Oh wow, what's this called? I can't remember what it's called. It's from Castaway. I remember that. I think it was Wilson.
Wilson, yeah,
I
that sounds
think
right.
it was Wilson. It doesn't begin with an L then. Oh, uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
these actually have hitboxes on them, so you don't want to
Oh
step on
dear.
them.
Oh, okay. I'm
You could just
very
walk around.
scared
They
right
don't.
now. I'm just gonna mind
Yeah,
my
so I'm guessing
business.
this. Yeah, this must have came out after.
Did you get the
Well, the game
reference?
was made before Magician's Apprentice, but
Well, I'm just gonna give them a hand. Just gonna mind myself.
all right. I'm gonna see if I can
Oh,
find
wait.
the.
This lake over here, real quick. I remember in the later editions, this would turn you into a mutant if you fell in, because this is
Oh
where all
yeah,
like the radioactive stuff was poured into. It does, but I do like the idea that we would have used hoverbouts down here for fights. This is perfect for like a dogfight situation. And just flying around in it's awesome.
yeah.
That's this end down here, and this is where the TDMs would be. So we'd have people that would use these points as, as refuge areas to take cover, and then you had these dips down here. So you could now and then, if you were smart, you could use these dips to kind of take cover, and when you're ready, then advance. And a lot of people did it that way. They kind of used these as somewhat, I guess, somewhat like trenches in a way in certain areas. And then obviously you get further down here, and this is where so both sides would have been the TDM. And I only think there was only one time, and it's a very famous general in the community. Um, he used this as the advantage point, and I think it was here. I like to think it's here. And they used this as a sniper point, and they ambushed the other team that was advancing over here. And like it's a weird specific memory I have, but it's such a cool spot that like someone actually was like, yeah, I can use this. And it kind of reminds me of the second Empire scene with how what's his name, the Xeno, the Emperor, kind of ambushed the Imperial. Reminds me of that. Anyway, is
Mm,
this all of it? I'm trying to think if there's any other apart from you know
yeah.
what.
Aside from like the underground tunnels, which we're probably not gonna look into, there's only one last place aside from
All
like
right,
some of the outside of the map stuff to look at.
shall we head to that awesome place?
Indeed, we shall.
Viewers, you're gonna love this. This was amazing. When I first came across this, I was in disbelief that this was part of the map, to be honest. All right, here we go. My second favorite place on Skaro. I love how the mines and the caves are essentially my favorite areas on the Skaro. But this place was so peaceful. It just feels so peaceful in here.
It's so unscaro-like, but at the same time.
Yeah. I like to think maybe the Daleks were experimenting with some kind of like weather altering device and there was a malfunction in here. That might be a fun way. I'm really good at creating like random lore ideas just off the like off the bat, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely want to start doing more of those kind of ideas. But yeah, so this was just such a like cinematic area. It's quite peaceful actually. I think this is probably one of the most peaceful areas on Skaro. It's still insane to me to think that the first ever game was from 2015 though.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
you've seen the pictures of it.
yeah,
Of course,
it's
the
insane.
viewers haven't, but
Yeah, maybe we'll do a tour of that. I don't know. I don't know if there's much. Is there much in there?
th there's enough for about 5 seconds.
Hey, that's 5 seconds of content. I could turn it into a YouTube short. I could figure out how to do shorts. But yeah, so you kind of explore. I can't remember the entryway, but I remember this is probably how you'd explore it because this is connected to the mines. And I remember, I think I'm reversing my steps here actually, because when I came across it, this was the area I transversed. Somewhere over here it connects to the mining area. So yeah, so I explored down here. That was it. So I was exploring down here with the U2, the drone Dalek, and we were going around here. We actually, I think we fell down there. That was it. Yeah, we fell down here, and then I reset, and we went two ways. That was it. We went two ways. One went below down there, and one went up over here. And I went over here, and I explored this region, and he explored underneath, I believe. And then he disconnected. So now I just kept exploring, and this was like up till like 10:30 to 11ish. Um, I stayed up quite a lot back then, thinking about it. Did not do myself favors, still don't. But yeah, and then you kind of come across I don't even know where it is. That's how much of a maze this entire terrain is, and I love it for it. And yeah, and then you come across like the I'm really lost, Auvidence. I get lost so easily. I forget how like lost you get in this game. And remember, the fog thickness was twice as much. So
Yeah, I had to turn it down.
when we found that like snowy region, it was like I don't know, it was like finding Antarctica. It was like so rare because this was twice as foggy in here. We couldn't remember the route back, so we would only ever like I think we made this expedition twice. What do you want to say? Is there anything you want to say about the game, about what you enjoyed about doing it? You know, the dev
Uh,
process, the
you
creations.
know, it was a lot of fun making. I had a great time. I remember since it was, a collaborative effort with the overseer, these early games, sometimes I'd just be, I'd hop on, I'm ready to start doing some dev work, and I see that the overseer's added like such and things, and it's always a surprise to see like the sort of stuff he'd add, and it was real fun. And then of course being able to model some of the stuff myself, and of course I never really saw how people reacted to the stuff that we added since I wasn't on a whole lot during that time. At least not on for the early days. And even then, it's not like I know what's going on with private conversations that happen just
Yeah,
on in
yeah,
general.
I understand.
Aside from yeah, so I I don't really know what people think too deeply on like specific aspects of the old Scaros and stuff like that.
I think a lot of people enjoyed it. This game got me through a lot. Like it gave so much sense of belonging, and this community in general, the Dalek Empire community, it's the only place where I properly felt respected. You know, I belonged in, and it made me feel less lonely in a way because I met so many more like-minded individuals, and because I met so many more like-minded individuals, it made me realize that I'm not really alone. I'm just not in the right area, I suppose. And it was nice that I could kind of come to this area and everyone would stick around. We'd have like the same kind of ideas and develop and kind of grow. I'd like to thank you, Auvidence, for giving us this luxury tour of Skaro and the
Yes,
sunsets
thanks for
rising,
having
which
me.
is nice. And yeah, I'd like to thank the overseer and everyone that um, developed this kind of game, and the amount of effort and support that went into these events and the game activities and the Discord, and it's a beautiful thing we made. So yeah, that's my monologue over, I suppose. And yeah, this is the end of the video for the 2017 Skaro. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Feel free to comment and like and subscribe if you want. Don't have to. But yeah, this was amazing, and I'm so happy that we got to do this after so many years. So anyway, until the next one, you know what I'm about to say, Orv. Until the next one, bonjour.